CNBC tells us how much money you should have saved by the time you're 50 years old if you want to retire at 67. And given that I'm not just turned 50, but I am 50, this is of interest to me. So let's see if I'm on track to retire by 67, shall we? All right, so this is CNBC Dateline, November 2nd, 2020, which means it's 5 months ago. So I hope, because I've already looked at the answer, how much I should have saved, and I'm far, far behind. So I'm hoping the last 5 months, since this was initially written, I've been able to catch up. I didn't catch up, so I guess I can't retire at 67, according to CNBC. All right, so we got Elizabeth Gravier. She's our author here. She has a bachelor's of journalism from Syracuse University. So we know the journalism folks are spot on when it comes to financial planners. All right, let's see. So here we got a nice picture of that guy with his kid. All right, so they say your 50th birthday is a milestone one, but it may feel like a lot. I don't get, well, that doesn't make any sense. You're a milestone one, but may feel like that? Okay, whatever. You're at the height of responsibility. Kids, mortgage, college, retirement, dogs. No matter, I just added the dogs. It's not in there. No matter whether your goals have stayed on path or gone a bit off track, approaching 50 has financial challenges. If you've been building a family for the last decade or so, how about 2 decades there, Elizabeth? The support you've given to your children can make a big dent in any savings you've set aside. And that's true. And by age 50, you've probably navigated your fair share of life's curveballs. Yes, I have, and I've struck out. I can't hit the curve, can never hit the curve, so I struck out all the time. Except I hit a grand slam when I'm married to that lady, which she's right over there, but I'm not going to show it to you because she'll get mad at me. Don't put me on the video! No, she's not really laughing. She doesn't find that funny. Still not laughing? Yikes, I'm in trouble. But if you want to remain focused on retiring at 67, no, I want to retire earlier than 67. It takes some discipline. In fact, according to retirement plan Fidelity, you should have 6 times your income saved by 50 in order to leave the workforce at 67. Okay. Do you see how stupid all these numbers are? We'll dive in a little bit deeper, but you should have 6 times your income. So what if you made $20,000 at 49 and you made $1 million at 50? Should you have 6 million? Does that make any sense at all? No, of course not. It's just, it drives me up the wall. All right, so let's see. According to BLS, a Bureau of Labor Statistics, the most recent Q3 2020 data shows that the average annual salary for those 45 to 54 is $60,000. So if you take 6 times that salary, it means having $360,000 saved. Yikes, I'm not going to be able to retire at 67. The irony, though, if we look at the BLS stuff, we can see this is median. And our old journalism person who's writing about financial planning is talking averages because they don't know the difference. All right, so remember, if you have 1, I have 5, that guy has 10, and that guy has 20, and that guy has 25, 10 is the median. If you add all those together and divide by 5, I don't know what the average is, but the averages and median are different because the averages get skewed by the outliers. That's just all there is to it, which I hate the study that Fidelity uses. The average person is going to spend $300,000 in long-term care, whatever they're talking about. It's silly, man. All right, so I don't have $360,000 saved, so I guess I'm in a world of hurt. All right, although this guideline includes your retirement contributions and your investments in addition to cash savings, for many it can still be a difficult goal to reach. Yeah, you think? See, TD Ameritrade surveyed 2,000 adults aged 40 to 79, and nearly 2/3 of 40-something have less than 100,000 retirement savings. Oh no, we're never going to be able to retire. Okay, so how to preserve your savings as you near. Okay, I guess that's pretty much it. All right, so let's talk about why this is stupid. Is that it? Okay, they're trying to sell you a bunch of stuff here. See, this is all sales pitch for these credit cards. All right, so the reason we want to talk about this is because I want to look at the Fidelity study here real quick. Does he? All right, how much do I? Save 10 times your income by age 67. All right, the reason we want to look at this. If you don't have 6 times your retirement at 50 years old, does that mean you're doomed? No, unequivocally, absolutely not. And again, for the 1,000th time, the needs I will have in my 60s are a heck of a lot different than the needs I have today. That's just a fact. I got 4 kids, amigos. All right, I got a big fat mortgage. And as those situations drop, I'm not going to need the income I have to keep my family afloat with those needs. It's just not going to happen. 4 kids also means a pretty significantly high auto insurance policies. We have cars. We have kids that have to drive cars, right? We have a house that has to fit 6 people. Auto insurance and homeowners insurance can be through the roof. I mean, all this stuff, life insurance premiums, you name it. You got health insurance. I mean, we got health insurance for 6. It's just you. All these, never mind the FICA tax we have to pay, the income tax we have to pay. This whole thing is stupid. So it says at the end of the day, why would I need 6 times? Why? Well, because you want to maintain your lifestyle. I have a completely different lifestyle when I'm 65 as I do as I'm 50 years old, man. I'll have a completely different lifestyle when I'm 60 as when I have 50. When my youngest is out of the house. Now, he might be living in the basement, playing whatever, freaking Minecraft. Maybe. It's still going to be a whole lot different than it is today. It's nuts to sit there and say, oh my goodness, I can't retire because I don't have 6 times, or what Fidelity says 10 times. That's freaking stupid. And it ticks me off because why is Fidelity doing this? Because they get money on you investing. They want you to invest. They want you to stay at your work. They get, and not just Fidelity, they all do the same thing. Save, save, save so they can get fees. Don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. So you can keep putting money in, put money in, put money in, which means inherently you're not taking money out. It's nuts. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, let's take a gander, by the way. What happens when you retire? What happens to your cash flow? It inherently goes down, does it not? Of course it does. So that means you get a lot more discipline on your spending too. You know why? Because emotionally, mentally, something happens in your psyche that says, I do not want to spend principal. As I did a video on this yesterday with my man Sadipto Banerjee over at T. Rowe Price, which I was stunned that T. Rowe Price let him publish that piece actually, which says people's spending goes down because people get nervous about spending the principal of their investments. They don't get nervous about spending income because they have a job. They're willing to pay more for things because they have an income stream. It's not part of the principal. It's cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out. When your principal starts to be adjusted because you're spending that down, that changes your whole position, man. I'm telling you right now. And you do what's called in economics, the substitution effect. Oh, I really wanted to go to, we're going to get us some barbecue tomorrow night. I really want to go to barbecue, but maybe today we won't. Maybe we'll just do it on the grill. I really wanted to do on the grill, but spare ribs are a little bit more expensive. Maybe we'll just do ramen noodles. Really want to do ramen noodles, but we have no money. Maybe we'll do cat food. I'm joking because no one is eating cat food in the United States in retirement. It's just not happening. Anyway, I hate these articles. I hate the fact they're all done by journalism degrees because they have never been in the business. They might interview people in the business. They've never dealt with retirees. And I guarantee, if you look at the vast majority of people's parents, and even this lady who wrote this article, she say, my parents are living on less than we ever anticipated. You know why? Because that's how most people live in retirement. They spend less. It's inherently natural. So don't sit there and look at these things like, oh my God, I'd never be able to retire. It's silly, man. All right, I'd love to hear your thoughts.